Hello, hello. Good evening, boys and girls, moms and dads. Whether you're watching us now, logging in, or catching us at the replay, it doesn't matter. But this is our time to read together. I am so grateful for this time, for these 20 minutes. As you see, scrolling, reading 20 minutes every night can change your child's life. And so I hope, listen, I got my blanket, although I'm still completely dressed. Hopefully, you're in PJs by now, got your slippers on, maybe your hairnet, your little bonnet. You guys are getting real warm and cozy and ready to begin the evening. I'm excited because I have a friend with me tonight. So I'm not coming on my own. I have an educator who is going to share some fun times. I have seen her. Listen, y'all, I have seen her on Instagram, and I think she teaches kindergarten. And it's so hilarious because she's telling the class cheese, and they just swear that she's taking a picture of them and the camera's on her. Because, of course, you can't show the kid's face. But it's just so wonderful. And I felt like, listen, every child needs to have her as a teacher. And so I called her and asked her if she would come on and share some time with us. So she's going to open up our session. I think we're going to work on high frequency words or sight words or something. I don't know. She'll help us, and then we'll start our little book at the end. If you are here, mom, dad, and you want to put a comment to say who's here so I can call your baby's name, because sometimes, it's just, when you hear your name, and it's said positively, those endorphins in your brain, your body just like, oh yeah, that makes me feel good. Somebody called my name, like call my name, Sharri, Sharri. Yeah, unless I was in trouble. But tonight, mom and dad, if you can put their name in the comments so that we can share. But guys, without further ado, again, I hope you're getting comfortable with your blankie. Maybe I'll take my necklace off. I don't need that, right? It is time to wind down. But I'm going to bring to the screen Dr. Sharri for Student Success, my friend Misty Erica. Here she comes. Hi, Misty
Woohoo!
Erica.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good, good. Oh, listen, look on the comments. I see that Gab. Hey, Gabby,
Ooh,
how are
hey,
you?
Gabby.
Gabby's in the house.
Welcome.
And who's that? Demias? Oh,
Demaya.
hello. So I think
Hi,
we both taught
Demaya.
elementary and middle school, maybe, or maybe pre-K in elementary. I'm not sure, but we are glad that you are here. I'm so glad. So, Mr. Erica, what grade do you teach?
Yes, I teach kindergarten. Yes, I love kindergarten. The babies are just so tiny, so cute, so loving, so caring,
Yes.
and just so eager to learn. So I love it. I really, really love it.
I love that you love it, and we can see through your videos that you post how you're teaching different things, that you love it, and it sounds like your kids love it too.
Yeah.
So, like I told you, I wanted to bring you on so that you could spend some time. Here's the thing, parents who are listening, oftentimes you have a really good teacher in the classroom, you don't get the opportunity to see what your child is learning. And you see the handout, you see, or the laptop or whatever, you see those things, but to actually know, oh, this is how we pronounce this, or this is how we sound this out, or this is what your child should be looking for. So this kind of, I think it helps you as parents, to help your child even the more. Would you say that, Miss Sladen?
Yes, and that's also kind of why I started to post the videos because I always record myself just to reflect on, the lesson for the day. And then I was like, I'm going to post these on Instagram, of course. And then, this recent video that I just got, it was like 13,000 views. So I'm like, okay,
Really?
I may be on to something. But yeah, I just wanted to share.
The teachers on IG.
Yes, teachers of IG. No, I'm just kidding.
I love it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up your screen. We're going to share the screen, and then I'm going to pull out, and you have added. And I will move the screen accordingly as you need it.
All right. I'll say click.
Got it. Oh, might need to go back to Getting her
Right. Go back to the top.
raised. All right.
All right. So, hello, everyone. As Dr. Sharri stated, my name is Erica Sladen, and I teach kindergarten. I've been teaching kindergarten for about, well, not for about, this is my 5th year. I taught kindergarten or first grade for 1 year, and I'm back in kindergarten because it is my love. It is what I love to do. And I'm just going to show you all some tips and tricks for high frequency words, which you may also know them as sight words. So, here we go, Dr. Sharri. You can click. And as we go on, I'll also show you guys exactly what to do on camera. So the first thing you would do is you will read it. And what that means is just you will point to the word and you'll say the word, and then you'll also have your student or child repeat after you. So I have a flashcard right here, and my word is will. What you'll do, you'll say will, and then your student will say will, and then you'll say the letters that each, the letter of each, the sound for each letter. So WILL. And then you'll say it again, will. All right. So then, Dr. Sharri, you can go next. And then you'll spell it. You'll point to each letter and you'll say the letter name. So, like I said, you'll read it, will, and then you'll point to each letter, WILL. And then, Dr. Sharri, you can go next. And then you will say it again. So you'll say will. And then you can either write it. So write it, you can do an air trace. So I'll have the students use their pointer fingers. They'll point and then we'll write a W in the air like W. And then you'll go ILL. Or you can write it on paper with pencil, or you can use the card that you're using and they can actually trace the actual card. So with their finger, they'll go down, up, and then just trace the letters.
That's
And I
awesome.
also have
You have a
some
new card?
yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna be your kindergartner.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, do it with me. All
Okay.
right, so actually you can just go to the next slide. There's one on there.
Oh, cool.
And there, so today our word is and. Dr. Sharri, can you say and?
And
Awesome. So now we're going to spell it. We're going to look at each letter and we're going to say the name of that letter. So A,
A
N,
N
D,
D. Are you saying it,
and.
Elias? And Gabby?
Yeah. And
And
this is on the screen. They can also use their finger to trace on the actual screen. Yep, just like that. A, N, D. And then you'll say it again. And.
and
Yes. And then I put a challenge down there. So if they're more advanced, they can also use it in a sentence. It could just be orally, or if they're even more advanced, they can write the sentence. So that's just like a little challenge.
awesome.
And the next word is the. Say the.
The
And this is also pronounced the. Some people say the, some people say the. So either way is fine. But let's spell it. Ready? We're going to do it together this time. Ready? Go. T H
H
E.
E.
The
The
or
or
the. Right. Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Awesome. Next one.
Next one is will. Say
Next one.
will.
Will.
Right. Will. Now we're going to spell it. Ready? Begin. W. Oh, you can
W
go this time. Go ahead.
WILL.
Awesome job.
Will.
Will. Awesome. And then, of course, you'll do an air trace, or you have your mouse. You can use the mouse to trace the letters WIL. Are you trying to cheat?
I'm not tracing too
L.
well.
Yes.
Gabby do a better job than me. Sorry.
Right. They love the air trace though, since they don't actually have to write. They can just trace it in the air. Give me scribble scrabbles. No, I'm just kidding. And the last word we have is you.
You.
You. Awesome. Let's spell it. Ready? Begin. Y
I.
O
Oh,
U.
you.
You. And Dr. Sharri, do you think that you could use this sentence in a complete sentence?
I think you are very pretty, Miss Deerica.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Sharri. I think you are amazing for providing this platform for families.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
And this is just beginning readers. I didn't think that I would be able to get to this, but I think these are very, very, very important. So Just tips for beginning readers or parents. First, you want to ensure that your child is familiar with letters. So, identifying those letters and then also the sounds that they make, because it's one thing to be able to identify the letter, but then when we start to learn to read, we have to be able to know those letter sounds. So, that's very, very, very important to know. Also, high frequency words. So, those words that your teachers may send home to you, or maybe you have words around the house or anything like that. Just make sure they are reviewing those regularly, because those will, start to become easy to read when they are reading their books. And then I always do this thing called break it down by letter sounds. Break it down by letter sounds. So break it down by letter sounds are just after, like I said, you learn those letter sounds, you're able to break words down by the sounds that they make, and then you can blend them together to make the word. So for example, if I had the word cat. So we may not know cat, but we know that there are letters in the word cat. And then we also know that there are letter sounds. So for example, cat, it has a C, and C says k. And then it has an A, and A says ah. And then there's a T, and T says t. So you broke it down by the sounds, then you have to blend it. K, at, cat, right? So.
Oh.
At, right. Yes.
Cat.
Or right. And then you start rhyming, right?
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yes.
Is there another slide?
No, I think that's it.
That
Yep.
was it. So one of
That's
those words like in the middle, so you did cat, but there's a CAN, there's a ME, and there's a TO. Can you help us do those?
Well, yeah, those are high frequency words or
Or just
also sight words.
okay.
And we're starting not to say sight words anymore, because sight words are just words that you look at and you know. But now there's a science of reading, and they're starting to say that if students understand the sounds that are in letters, they can, break them down by letter sound. So can, there's a C, there's an A, and then there's an N. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. So you have the k, you have the ah, and you have the mm. So you broke it down by letter sounds, and then you blend it together. K, and then say it faster.
Can. Very
Can.
good.
And then there's me on the other side. So M says and then there's a long E. So there we go. Yep. And then when you blend that together, you have E, me.
Good.
Yep. And then two is a word that doesn't follow the rules. That's why
Oh,
we stop calling them sight words. You have the t, and then you have the ooh. We know that O says ah, and then O also just says O, or it's just a letter, like go. But two is kind of tricky. So it's the t and the ooh, which, and that just says two.
okay. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So with parents, really anything that you see around the house, we can use those words and
Yes.
reading to them, ask
Hmm.
them, hey, what is this word? Do you know this
Yep.
frequency? So we don't say sight words anymore. It's high frequency.
Well, I'm not saying that you don't,
Oh,
but
okay.
we're starting to move away from the sight word.
Got,
Yeah. The
got.
naming of it, the naming convention. So, yeah, I'm
Okay.
not saying you can't, but yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But
Awesome. Look at
one of
that.
my friends texted me the other day. She saw the video and she was like, "I can't stop saying me, 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 me." I was like,
So
"Please stop."
how can they follow you? Because you post these videos. How can they follow you? Can you put it in the chat
Yeah,
for
well, right now we're only on Instagram, so uh, and that's it. It's very basic. Underscore my first name. There's also a link in my bio that takes you to I have an iReady Learning Academy Instagram. So, but I don't really post videos there. I do tutoring, but you
okay.
can, if you want some tutoring, you can follow and send me a DM over there.
Okay. What is it? Give me your Instagram again. DEE.
Yes, underscore underscore
You put it over
DEE. Oh,
in the
I don't
private.
even know where I don't know where I am.
Listen, y'all, we have some behind the scenes things.
Right.
Yes. Let me see. Did I do that right? You see it?
Me? Oh, yep.
Okay.
There it is.
Underscore
Yep.
De'Erica. Guys, I'm telling you, moms and dads, get into your IG, and when it's time to go over some sight words, you can see some of her little videos where
Yes.
interacting with her students. So, guys, let's give a warm welcome and a thank you to Miss Erica. We are
And
so.
Dr. Sharri, give your brain a kiss because you did
Oh,
amazing.
what is that? What is that?
Give your brain a kiss
Oh,
or give your brain a wiggle, 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 wiggle.
okay. See, I told you want to be in class. I love it. Well, thank you so much. I think, you know what, Miss Erica, I had a couple of books out. Last time, I forgot, it was like Black Girl Magic or Black Hair. And we don't have that much time, but I'm going to read a couple of, you know who this is, don't you?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Yes, we like him, President
Yes.
Barack Obama. So we're gonna say good night to you, and then I'm gonna read a couple of pages, and then we're gonna say good night to everybody else. So again, thank you to you, Miss
It's
Erica.
okay. No problem. Thank you.
All right, guys. So here we go. Just really quickly, I think we have 3 minutes left because I told mommy we'd only be here for 20 minutes. So Barack Obama, son of promise, child of hope. I love it. And again, parents, even if your kids don't completely understand it, they love to hear you read and hear your voice. They used to call him Barry. His family stretched from Kansas to Kenya. His mama white as whipped cream, his daddy black as ink. His mama's folks, Gramps and Toot, were part of the first family he ever knew. Love was the bridge that held them all together. So look at his family. And it's beautiful how all of our families look different. Look at that picture. In Hawaii, breathing in the scent of ginger blossoms, Barry grew swimming, surfing, and spearfishing next to his playmates from places like Portugal, China, India, and Japan. And never once did he ask if all those people could get along. They just did. Look at that. It looks like it'll be fun playing in the water with all those different, interesting people. Hmm. Honolulu looked like heaven. But even though the blue of the sea was sharp enough to slice the sun, and the sun warmed the sand between his toes, and the sand sparkled like diamonds, nothing could fill the hole in Barry's heart once his daddy went away. His mom and Gramps and Toot told him brave and funny tales of his father's past to soothe his hurt and make him laugh. But that didn't stop Barry from feeling sad sometimes, especially when he heard the word divorce. Oh, Barry. Barry's mom married a man named Lolo, and oh, the wonderland he took Barry to, Indonesia, a land of pet gibbons and pet crocodiles. Barry laughed himself silly, sliding in the rainy season mud. He caught crickets, flew kites, and joyed in the jungle at the edge of his new home, a perfect paradise until the sight of beggars broke his heart. Barry started to wonder, will I ever be able to help people like these? Hope hummed deep inside of him. Someday, son, someday. Before dawn each morning, Barry rose, his mother's voice driving him from dreamland. Time for learning English grammar and the golden rule. Be honest, be kind, be fair, she taught him. Your father is smart and strong and full of courage, and you will be just like him. How can I? I thought Barry. I don't even remember his voice. Back in Hawaii, a surprise came one day. I'm here, son, he heard his father say. Barry listened to the strange song of his father's voice. Your grandmama says you're doing very well in school. It's in the blood, I think. So check him out talking on the phone. Was this tall and skinny Harvard man the one who lived in all those stories? For a time, all Barry could do was stare. As the days passed, they would share talks and walks. And then his dad was gone again, a ghost once more. Hold tight, said Hope. This strand of memory is stronger than you know. The sun and moon paraded past Polly's Peak more times than Barry's quick mind could count. Soon he pounded across the high school gym, slamming the basketball his father had sent him one Christmas. A few letters flew back and forth from mother to father, from father to son. Barry was the bridge that connected them. Sadly, some days he felt as if this bridge were sinking. Who am I? said Barry. Asked Barry. I don't look like my mother. I don't look like my father. I only look like me. Barry was dizzy with questions. You are not your father, a friend told him. You are not your mother. You must choose your own way. Choose what? Thought Barry. Choose how? He searched for courage inside himself. Hope was waiting there. And so, boys and girls, sometimes you don't get a chance to finish the whole book, but guess what? You can put something in it, put a little sticker in it, sticky. And so, tomorrow night, or whenever you can, you'll come back and read the rest of your book. But remember, every night, guys, keep reading. I'm excited, and I want to hear later on how reading is going one day. And you let me know if you want to come online and read with me. I would love to have you read to me. So listen, get your pillow, get your blanket, say your prayers. It's time to go night night. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.